world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears up to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our states, our country, and sometimes around the world. And I got to get into this whole Blue Origin debacle and fiasco that took place several weeks ago when you had the likes of Jeff Bezos, who's the original founder of Blue Origin, and the participants that were in this space capsule. Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, Gayle King, Katy Perry. For example, you had the Kardashians there, you had Oprah Winfrey there, and this whole push for this marketing ploy was not only for Jeff Bezos and Amazon, and even though he stepped down from Amazon, he's still associated with it. It was a marketing ploy, and this entire push for this feminist empowerment for these celebrities that took off in this ship. I don't think that advanced women, and let alone the feminist movement, to have a few celebrities go up in this capsule. And then you had people like Gayle King and Katy Perry and Sanchez calling themselves astronauts. That is an embarrassment to true astronauts. Them participating in this 10-minute retreat, and you got to remember, that thing could have gone the other way, and it could have been disastrous. You're talking about rocket fuel. You're talking about many of these individuals like Bezos and Elon Musk, who are trying to send these rockets out of space. In their testing, some of them have blown up, and you actually on the launch, and the scientists are actually learning more from the failed attempts for these rockets to take off than the success of them, because when they fail and they blow up, you're testing and researching all the signs and symptoms that cause them to fail and blow up. Well, that could have taken place if this was a real thing, as I said, with rocket fuel in there, the combustion that can take place, the heat, that could have turned into a real disaster had that launch failed. And that would have been a story forever. So those young ladies were taking a huge risk by getting in there. I give them credit for that. But for them to call themselves astronauts is a joke. What are some of the requirements to becoming an astronaut? Well, one, you need to go to the Air Force Academy. And secondly, you need to have a science background in aerospace engineering or some form of engineering, math, physics, astronomy. There has to be tons of training that takes place. Them calling themselves astronauts is like you watching a brain surgery and calling yourself a brain surgeon, and now you can perform surgery. There's a reason it takes many, many years after college in medical school and surgical training to become a brain surgeon, let alone an open heart surgeon. It takes many, many years to become an astronaut. So that is an embarrassment of the phrase for those young ladies, for those women who went up into this launch and to claim that they are some kind of astronaut for a day. And it wasn't even for a day, it was for 10 minutes. What kind of pre-training did they have? I think it set the feminist movement back. It didn't move it forward. And these entertainers trying to make themselves important, they're being seen through. People are looking straight through their souls and realizing that they're fake. There's no substance to them. You have Gayle King, who is an anchor of the Channel 4 CBS Morning News, which is a serious job to have. and to devalue herself with that Blue Origin fiasco, I think it's an embarrassment. It's set back not only women, but the entertainment industry also. Katy Perry saying that it changed her life, and she became closer with the word love. Um, is just completely fake, and I think many people are tired now that you have other outlets beside the top three, four or five major networks. People have their own social media platforms and channels. There are more people that can give their opinions about things that are taking place around the world. People are seeing right through this entertainment thing and what is going on with the entertainment business. The feds are all over. We all know about what's going on with Sean Puffy Combs, what happened to Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, on that end of the spectrum. And then you have on this other end, and it's weird. There's a complexity and a dichotomy there. So all of those gentlemen were being charged with sex trafficking, abuse to women, and harassment, and a whole plethora of things. Then on the flip side of it, you have these women who look like clowns trying to pretend like the experience they had in this Blue Origin scenario was like being an astronaut. It is a joke. I think now people are going to take Gayle King even less serious. Of course, nobody is paying any attention to Katy Perry while she is trying to promote her new tour. This was all a marketing ploy. Lauren Sanchez, if nobody has ever heard of her until she got engaged to Jeff Bezos, and she's supposed to have a journalist background, and she's supposed to be the owner of some kind of black ops aviation, which I'm sure is being completely funded by Jeff Bezos. And if you look at the amount of plastic surgery, the way she dresses, even at ex-President Jimmy Carter's funeral, the attention seeking that she's trying to draw, nobody's taking her seriously. She looked like she can be a member of the Kardashian family. And we know that there is very little value and seriousness in the whole Kardashian clan. Oprah Winfrey crying, fake crying. Oprah Winfrey has lost a lot of her credibility. The way she speaks in her interviews and the things that she articulates about, I think Oprah has lost her soul and her feet on the ground. And there's been many people that have criticized her. And of course, she's best friends with Gayle King. I did not think that moved the feminist movement forward. I think it set it back 10 steps behind. If one wants to be taken serious, then you need to act and behave seriously. That scenario that they did with that launch, it almost seems like it was fake. Did it ever really happen? And for them to call themselves astronauts just completely devalued what a true astronaut is. I just don't get it. It's deplorable to see when these entertainers, because even if you're on the news, it's a form of entertainment with Gayle King. When these people are trying to take themselves seriously, they even look even more usurpitous in their behavior and their professionalism. We have way more things in the world to worry about. We've had the migrant issue under the Biden administration. You got Trump that's in office now. People are worried about inflation. People are worried about tariffs. People are worried about how much their groceries, their bills are. People are worried. The average citizen is worried about some very, very serious issues. The way our children are being raised, the educational system in America, the public school educational system is falling apart. where urban kids in the 8th and ninth grade are reading on a 4th grade level. That is a major problem. You have cities like Chicago, St. Louis, Philadelphia, New York, where crime, the entire state of California, where crime is rampant, whether it's assaults, murders, stealing, theft, looting. There are way, way more important things to worry about than this scenario of this Blue Origin fiasco. And the interviews that happened afterwards were so silly and juvenile in their responses to the experience that it makes you wonder and ponder. I mean, just how fake can it be? Can the entertainment industry and Hollywood really be that fake? I mean, just making up stories. The other part of it is, here's another dichotomy. The two real astronauts that were stuck in space for 9 months, and when they finally got them back, remember, they were stuck there during the Biden administration, and Elon Musk was trying to get them back. And there's been rumors that Biden did not want Elon Musk to procure them back to Earth because he was associated with and supporting Donald Trump. So they delayed it. And when they finally came back, you didn't hear hardly any media coverage about those two who were real astronauts and stuck in space for 9 months doing real research and things of that nature. They talked about this Blue Origin thing like it changed the world, like it is going down in history. How in the world can this be a historical chapter in American life when you have Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, Katy Perry, those likes that went to this particular experiment, and nothing was gained or garnered by it from a science standpoint, an experiment standpoint? What was the point? I don't get it and or understand it. And it got more media coverage than the two true astronauts who were stuck in space for 9 months. Where are we headed in this entertainment media driven society? And when you tie in feminism, white female feminism, liberalism, it should be about strong women doing great positive things. We should be displaying female heart surgeons, female brain surgeons, orthopedic surgeons, female judges, lawyers, female teachers that are doing great things. If you want to advance female liberalism. Now, I mentioned earlier about white female liberalism because it was attached to the Black Civil Rights Movement in the 70s. So feminism and liberalism has been on this train for a long time. And then it kind of fell apart in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. And then all of a sudden, during the President Barack Obama's administration, two of the main topics that were at the forefront when it came to civil rights issues became feminism, and then the LGBTQ. Then you had it associated as a result of Black Lives Matter, white female feminism and the LGBTQ got tied into Black civil rights issues. And I don't think that those three things should be tied in together. Those are three separate issues. Do they have some similarities? Sure. But they're not all encompassing, and they're not all in one. Black people and their issues with civil rights in the 200 and something years in America is a bigger plate to deal with than white female feminism and or the LGBTQ issues. And of course, what got bundled in all of that was DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which was also initiated in 2010 by ex-President Barack Obama. So you're seeing that a lot of this, and Gayle King talked about it, and the rest of them talked about it, about female empowerment. Of course, they're not white women. Gayle King is black, but still the whole feminist liberal mantra and agenda that is being driven. But to me, I didn't see where this Blue Origin scenario had anything to do with women empowerment, feminist empowerment at all. Um, it was a silly scenario, and I guess they just needed to do something to put themselves in the front eye of the media. It looks to me again, here we go again with another white male that's leading these women, and it was a marketing ploy for Jeff Bezos. Why didn't he get in there with them? Why was it all about just these particular women that were in entertainment, and it was promoted as that in this 10-minute experiment? I don't get it whatsoever. I don't know what the purpose or the point was. And if there are any women out there, please tell me, as a hardworking teacher, as a hardworking police officer, as a hardworking doctor, where did you feel the strength and the shared experience of what these women did in this so-called Blue Origin experiment? I don't get it. Was a silly thing. I think it set women back, especially women in entertainment. And as I said before, we all see what's going on with many of these powerful men in entertainment, the Sean Puffy Combs, the Bill Cosbys, the Harvey Weinsteins, for example, how they're being taken down. And it seems to me that there is a flushing that is taking place in the entertainment world, and it's been highly needed for a long time. And it seems like that Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin, Laura Sanchez, Gayle King, Katy Perry, the Kardashians, Oprah Winfrey, they need to find better things to do with the service of their time. I have two daughters that are adults, and I don't see where that particular launch, the Blue Origin fiasco, advanced and empowered them whatsoever. This was a silly scenario. It was a marketing ploy. Did they even launch? Did they even go anywhere? Where was the launch? What space exploration did they explore? It was just a silly scenario, and we need to worry about more important things like inflation. Where are the female PhDs in economics at? Those are the people we need to be marketing and promoting, not Gayle King and Katy Perry, and let alone Lauren Sanchez. This was a silly scenario, and it did not advance feminism in any way, shape, or form. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.